Hi, my name is Chris Rubio. I'm host of The Rubio Method and Decades on the NGBN.TV network, and I'm very excited to talk to you right now. My mental health journey is a little bit different than most people. I was asked to do the Rubio Method show on the NGBN.TV network about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I was kind of thrown into it. I really didn't know what I was doing, but the CEO of the network, Ian Hill, said to me, "You have a unique way of getting people to learn something without them realizing they're learning it." I said, "Okay, I guess that's a compliment." And he said, No, it's definitely a compliment. But I want you to have a show, and I want you to make it about you, your personality, all that good stuff, but I want it to revolve around men's mental health." At this point, I did not know a lot about men's mental health. I was right around 45, 46, 47, doesn't even matter. But right in the meat of, okay, everything's starting to hit the fan here, let's kind of look into it. So that's what I did. I started to do a lot of research on the topic. And one of the things that I really noticed was communication is massive for men. Maybe because we're not communicating enough, or maybe because we should communicate even more, or we don't even know how to communicate. So my tips are gonna be how to communicate with other people, whether they're men, women, children, doesn't matter. Just here's some quick tips on how to communicate. Number one, let's go old school and just send a letter. Whether it's a postcard, just a quick little note on a Post-it, or even, send a nice long form letter where you have to write some things out. I know it's a little harder, especially nowadays, someone like myself who doesn't write a lot. It actually is a little bit more difficult to remember how to do all the letters and all that stuff, but getting any mail that's not a bill or someone asking you for something, it's just, hey, quick note, just wanted to see how you're doing. People love that. I've gotten them, I've received them, I've given them. It's one of those things that just hits your heart the right way. Another good way to get to communicate with someone is just sending a quick little video message. You can do it on your phone, like I'm doing this one right now. You can send a 5, 10, 15, 20-second little quick video. Hey, what's going on, Johnny? Haven't heard from you in a while. Just wanted to see your face. Hopefully you'll send a message back to me, see how things are going. How's the family? People love those. It's very quick, it's very easy. They do not have to be professional, as you can tell. It's just one of those things that people like to see you, they like to hear you, and then you're gonna get something in return. The third way is either a quick text or a phone call. Sometimes a text is all you need to do. Just send a quick emoji. What do you got to do? Hey, how's it going? Haven't heard from you in a couple months. Just checking in. Or a phone call. A lot of times everyone is texting now, like I just said, but you don't pick up the phone and call. Sometimes calling someone, whether you're on a drive or things like that, that really helps because you get to hear their voice. And sometimes in a text, you don't know what they're really saying because it could be sarcastic or not. So sometimes a phone call is just better. And the last way to communicate, and this one doesn't always go over the best, but I like to do it just because that's the way I am. Just the stop in, the drop in, the pop in, do whatever you want to call it. I actually did this back when I was in California about a month ago or 2 months ago. I called one of my buddies, so it was kind of partial. I called one of my buddies, said, "What's going on, man?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "I'm in town, I'm coming by in 10, 15 minutes. He's like, and I said, "I'll be there in 10, 15 minutes. You still live at the same place?" He goes, "Yeah." Went there, I know his family, they were okay with me just doing the pop in. And we sat for probably 2-3 hours and had a great conversation. And he's one of those friends that we hadn't spoken in probably 5 years, and it was perfect. It was one of those things that I'm not saying you have to wait 5 or 10 years to talk to someone, but we are those friends that even though it's been 5 years or 5 minutes, we picked up like there was no dropping off, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So those are my 4 tips on how to stay in communication with other people, because men like myself, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they need to learn how to communicate, and sometimes, let's be honest, most of the time, they don't reach out. So it's okay for you to reach out to them. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact Rubio at therubiomethod.com, and have a great day.